Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a super quick brow routine for you, and I'm going to start off with eyebrow tinting. For the tint, you need the following 5 items. You need dye and developer made for eyebrow tinting. You need a pot to mix it in, a brush to apply it, and a disposable mascara wand. So first step is to squeeze your dye into your container. I squeeze about 1 centimeter's worth of dye, and I'm currently using the Berrywell dye in the shade Natural Brown. This is exactly the same process as dyeing your hair. So next step is to add the developer. So I like to put about 5 to 6 drops of developer per centimeter of dye, and I just like to mix that together in the bowl using the handle of my brush. I'm using again the Berrywell Developer, and I'm using 3% peroxide. Give this a really good mix until it's one uniform color, and then it's ready to apply to the brows. Once your dye is ready, comb your eyebrow hairs upwards and outwards so you get your natural brow shape. Then apply the dye. So I'm using an angled eyeliner brush to apply it. I find it's the most easiest method. As you can see, I start on the inner part of the brow, and I am applying the brow dye very liberally all over the brow hairs, making sure that every single hair is covered nice and evenly. Once I've got a nice even coverage, I then like to work back the way. So I like to start from the outer edge of the brow and brush back the way, and that will help to coat the underneath of the brow hairs. This will help to make sure that all the brow hairs are covered evenly and you don't have any patchiness or any holes. Now once you've got all the dye on, just tidy up any edges. I'm just using a damp cotton pad just to take the dye off any extra areas of skin. The dye does tend to dye the skin, but this will just stop it from dyeing outside of the brow area. To get a nice dark brow, I like to leave my dye on for 5 minutes. If it's your first time, I would start in 1-minute intervals and build it up until you get the desired color. Once you're happy, remove the dye again using a damp cotton pad. Okay, now on to actually filling in your brows. So again, I like to start by combing the brow hairs upwards and outwards, and that gives me my natural shape of my brows. My favourite product for filling in my brows is my Benefit Browsings, and I'm using the shade Dark at the moment. This is a cream and a powder compact, so you use the cream side first to create the shape of the brows, and then you use the powder second to create any depth. So firstly, I'm going to take the cream side on an angled brush, and the first step that I like to do is to create the shape of the lower part of the brow. So I like to softly create the line starting from the inner part, working my way out to the tail. Next step for me is to create the shape of the upper part of the brow. So I like to do the front part first, and I take it from about 1/2 centimeter from the inner edge and work my way out to the top of the arch. Then I like to join the top of that arch down to the lower part of the tail, and this creates my nice sharp outline. Next step is to fill it in, and I'm still using the cream part of the product, and I'm just filling in any gaps to make everything nice and even. I like to use the growth direction of the hairs as a rule of thumb to the direction I apply the product. So as I get to the inner corner, I apply the product upwards, and this helps to mimic my actual brow hairs. Now quickly, before I depthen the brows further, I just take a clean concealer brush and sweep off any excess product. Now onto the powder side of the product, and you're basically just applying this on top of the cream. What this helps to do is it will set the cream, but it also adds some extra depth and dimension to the brows. So I like to concentrate this product mostly at the tail of the brow where it's a little bit more sparse. As I get to the inner part of the brow, I'm just using the leftover product on the brush just to add a little bit of depth in that area. Next step is just to clean up any mistakes, and I'm using my Nars Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla on that Bobbi Brown concealer brush. I'm just using that to fix the lower part of the arch, and also this will just create a little bit of a highlight. Last step is to set the brow hairs in place, and I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, and again I'm just applying this upwards and outwards to hold those hairs in place all day. So this is the finished result, a before and an after. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope to see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!